Before we get started with today's video, we'd just like to offer you a free online evaluation of your property. If you're interested in knowing the value of your home, just go to vancouverhousevalues.net, fill out the form, and we will instantly email you out the value of your home. Before we start talking about May's sales statistics, I'd just like to remind you that if you're interested or getting any enjoyment or value out of these videos, to please either click on the thumbs up button or subscribe to our YouTube channel or like our Facebook page, and we'd be pleased if you did so. So getting back to May's sales statistics, they're pretty similar to what we saw in April. Way below the 10-year average, which May was 54.4%, below the 10-year average for the last 10 Mays as far as sales go. That's not dollar values have decreased, the amount of sales. So having said that, the sales were 4,000 higher than they were in April. There was about 1,150 sales all across the Greater Vancouver Real Estate Board. This month there was about 1,550. So we had about a 34% increase there. My personal experience, and a lot of the agents that I'm close with in my office told me that between about March 20th and April 20th, it was quiet. That was, if we look back, that seems so long ago now, the point in time where nobody really knew what was happening. Vancouver looked like a ghost town. All the main streets were shut down, etc. By May the 1st or 5th, maybe that first week of May, things started to pick up, and they picked up in a hurry. I didn't do the numbers for the amount of multiple offers came on, but that have come on, but they were similar to the month before. If houses are priced properly, or condos or townhomes are priced properly, you will see multiple offers on your property. The lower ends of all the markets are still fairly busy. If you look at the detached side, these are all sellers markets. So when I say they're sellers markets, the Greater Vancouver Board deems that if there's more than 21%, so essentially 1 in 5 of every property sells, that makes it a seller's market. The lower ends of all the markets are seller's markets. It's when you get higher up that you fall off a cliff. So Vancouver West, these are all detached. Vancouver West up to 3 million. Vancouver East up to 1.7 million. North Van up to 2.25 million. These are all seller's markets where you can expect to sell your house quickly. How have prices been affected by this? Nothing. They pretty much stayed flatline. Now, all the flat earthers are going to scream at me that, oh yeah, the world's coming to an end, the real estate board. Maybe so. I'm not talking about what's going to happen in the future. I don't make predictions, as I say over and over and over on here. I report facts. You can't argue with numbers, and they're right here. You can interpret them differently, but these are the numbers. Ladner, detached house up to 1.25, seller's market. Surrey, 900 grand. North Delta, 100,000. Langley, 1.5 million. And as far as condos and townhomes, downtown up to 800,000. The west side of Vancouver, 800,000. East side, the entire attached market is a seller's market. North Van and Langley as well, up to $800,000. The market has not fallen on its face like people expected. And you know what? I was one of them. I thought things were going to slow down more than they have. Having said all of those things, there's a couple of other things involved coming up in the future that will have an effect on the market. Number one is, I don't think we've even begun to see the true economic fallout of this yet. People who are going to be in trouble financially probably, I don't know their state, but they're probably starting to get into those kinds of, that kind of territory right now. And after they start missing a few bank payments by the fall, then we could see things change. But to offset that, if you haven't been watching TV, there's a ton of unrest going on in mainland China and Hong Kong right now that could have an opposite effect. There's 300,000 people in Hong Kong that currently hold Canadian passports. So, a bunch of instability like we see everywhere we look these days. Is the same thing with the Greater Vancouver market. But for now, things are holding steady. Where it's going, your guess is as good as mine. I'm Jamie Hooper with RE/MAX Crest. We appreciate you taking the time to listen to this video, and we look forward to speaking with you again next month.